Hello, I am Stellan and I am presenting my database lab experiment number 6. The experiment is on PLSQL programming and we use functions and procedures in the following questions. First question being, write a PLSQL procedure that will accept the product ID from the user, check if the product is supplied by the supplier and display the status. To do the program, we first create a procedure by using the create or replace if the procedure is already created. So we create the name of the procedure and then the parameter that is to be passed and the data type of the parameter. So we give variables ID and then we begin our execution. Inside the within the begin and the end command, we give our execution statements. So we first select the column product ID value in the column product ID into the variable ID from the table supplier, where product ID is equal to n, where n is the parameter that we've passed, and we output the word delivered. Exception, we create exception here using the exception keyword, that is when no data found, then this is the command for getting an output, dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. So not delivered will be displayed if there is an exception in the above case. Since a procedure is created, then we write our code. We declare we give the variables. So we give variables num, data type number. Then we begin our command. Here we give num colon equal to ampersand num. Here colon equal to ampersand. This equal to ampersand. Ampersand here is used to get input from the user. So we take that and we call the function procedure, pass the parameter num into it. So this is our output. Enter the value for num. This is the value we entered. Here this line shows us the old value of num, that is ampersand num, and then the new value that we enter 1001. So since it is delivered, we get the output as delivered. If we try another output, we give the value of num as 100. Since it's not, we get not delivered. It goes with exception. Coming to the next question, write a procedure to calculate the total price for the product that has been supplied and pass supplier ID as the argument. To do that, we create the procedure total underscore price and we pass the parameters supplier and price. The price is what we display, so we give it an out. This we start our execution. We select the variable the column price from the table order quantity into the variable price, where o dot product ID is equal to s dot product ID and s dot si underscore id is equal to store the value of the supplier grouped by s underscore id into the variable s underscore id, and we print the output as total price and whatever the price that we're returning. So in our line of execution code, we give the variable under the begin command, we give total underscore price and pass the parameters 1 and 2. So as you can see, we get output here. Next question, write a procedure raise underscore quantity which increases the quantity of the order product. It accepts an order ID and quantity to be increased. It uses the order ID to find the current quantity from the order table and update the quantity. So first we use select star from order quantity, and here we get our order quantity table. We create our procedures in the same manner, give the parameters, and in the execution code we give the column from which the value is needed to be taken and the variable into which the value is stored, and the condition, that is where order ID is equal to ID. And then we update using the set command. We add the new quantity to the old quantity. Line of code, we use declare, we give the variables ID, quantity and q, ID, qty and q. We begin a command, we give ID colon is equal to ampersand ID. This is done to get user values for ID. Same for quantity, we need both the values from the user. So we take user input for ID and as well as quantity and pass those parameters into the function, into our procedure. In the output you can see we enter the value for ID. Value for ID is updated. We add the value for quantity, and the value for quantity is updated. So, and as you can see in the table, the quantity is updated for the ID number 103. Next, write a PLSQL function called status to return the value supplied if the product number passed to it is available in the supplier table, else it will return not supplied. So the function is created in a similar manner to that our procedure. We create or replace the function name being status, use the function keyword, pass ID in parameters, and return. Under return we give the data type of the value that is to be returned. In our code we give a variable p. We select value of product value in the product ID column into the variable p, where product ID is equal to the ID specified, and we return the value supplied. Exception, we give exception here. When no data found, then we return the value not supplied. So in output you can see yeah, we select distinct status of, we pass 4000 into 4000 as value, and since it's supplied we get supplied. In the other example we give 100, and since it's not, we get not supplied. It goes to the exception condition. Next question, write a PLSQL function to return the product name when the product ID is passed as argument. Again we create a function, pass the variables, return type, and yeah, we give the product, we pass the product ID here, and if the product ID if the product is supplied, we get the status as supplied. No, yeah, we get the product name. So here we select, we give the product ID as 1001, and we get the product that was supplied, that is manager's desk. Coming to our last question, write a PLSQL function to return the maximum quantity ordered by the customer. To get that, we create a function called max_order and return the variable data type number. Our variables are max_o, and we begin. We select the value in the column max into max_o from the table of order quantity and return the value. So in our output, we can see the maximum value returned is 20. Thank you.